Good morning from a crispy frosty, very early spring morning, I dare say. A few miles from Castle Combe race circuit. Today we're doing the Academy ARDS test, and there's a few other activities on and stuff at the circuit. So yeah, it's freezing cold, but it looks like it's going to be a stunning day in what is quite a stunning part of the country, I have to say. It's no Yorkshire, but it's not far off, so we're going to the circuit and see what it's all about. So it's voiceover time now. I'll run you through the day quite quickly. So this was the schedule that Caterham and Castle Combe put on for us. Differs slightly from a usual ARDS test. If you just went out there and booked it independently, you would probably be at the circuit for 2 or 3 hours. I think people normally do it as part of a track day, so they might do a morning track day and an afternoon ARDS test, or vice versa. Not sure, but yeah, for this particular event, Caterham put on a bunch of activities, basically split us into a few groups, as you can see here. So we was always doing something. For my group, it was the ARDS stuff would come in the afternoon after lunch. For us, we got to go have fun on the skid pan first thing, in some BMW cars. And then we had a Caterham technical briefing, which was really useful. Even though I built the car, there was some great insight there from Darren and the team at Caterham. So yeah, I'll put a few clips up of the skid pan stuff and talk you through it. I've got no idea what I managed to do here, but I seem to have recorded this in slow motion. So this was me just standing up on the bank watching a few of the guys out from our group. So how this bit works, this part of the day, is you can see there's a couple of kind of instructors stood in the blue and orange. They gave us a briefing in this little hut first. Absolutely hilarious. This guy you can see in the middle of the shot now. Yeah, he was a very funny guy. Really made light of the day. And the idea was he would do a few exercises with us just on, kind of basic car control, both on this kind of, not quite a figure of eight, but like a squashed peanut layout. Just real mix of grip on this skid pan. It had the proper goop on it, to make it really, really slippery. But kind of mix of grip levels as you went around. And then later on in the session, we did some kind of cadence braking and avoidance techniques and things like that. So it was really good. You weren't standing around for long. You were either, a few minutes just watching, or you were getting in the car, going out there with your group members as well. You got to sort of passenger in the car while your teammates were going around, which mean we got some handheld footage of some of the sliding around, which hopefully is not in slow motion. As we were waiting for our ride back to the main paddock area, we stood up on the banking and watched some of the other groups going out and doing their actual ARDS test, the actual practical part, which was fun to see. As you see, the weather was spectacular. It was great to finally meet people who've been chatting with on WhatsApp groups and various social media platforms over the months. And yes, my de facto position as the series social media influencer was joked about, although not everybody was keen on the prospect of being interviewed. How's your morning?
Very good. I don't feel the camera.
As you can see, a couple of the Caterham dealerships made a showing, show support for the drivers that they had entered, and bring some of their product lineup. I think this was Williams, and I think they had a bit of a media day as well. I think they took some photos on the track, which was pretty cool to see. I particularly liked the 420R. I suppose we should have a quick chat about what the ARDS test actually is. ARDS, ARDS, stands for the Association of Racing Driver Schools, I think. And it's basically the license you need to do sanctioned motorsport in the United Kingdom. So the rules of the Academy series are that you can actually enter if you've already had an ARDS test in the past.
So the theory is that you run it with all of your cohort on the same day. Obviously, if you had family events or commitments or whatever, you can go out and do it independently. But this day that we attended, it's all paid for as part of the academy costs, and it was a good day. So it was lunchtime now, and we were ushered out onto the track, and you see the Williams guys just finishing off their photo shoot. But we were all ushered onto the track to take one of the social media photos. So the official series photographer, snappyracers.com, he was in attendance. Got to meet JB, lovely chap. Look forward to seeing his work throughout the year. But he wanted to take some of the group photos to celebrate the day. So yeah, we were all well on the way to being card-carrying racing drivers, so I suppose media obligations were never far behind. Following this, it was time for lunch, which was again paid for as part of the day, and then it was on to the business end of the day for us, which was the test. We did the practical portion first, which really all it was 4 or 5 laps in a Ford Fiesta, doing fairly steady pace with an instructor, making sure that you had good awareness, checking your mirrors, good line. I think the only thing that could really fail you at this point was spinning off and putting it in a wall, obviously. So that all went without a hitch, no recording in there, which has been respectful of the process. And then there was an exam section. It was a 15-minute exam. I think most of us were doing in 8 or 9 minutes, if that. Multiple choice. Just know your flags. It's the only advice really that's of any importance. Know your flags, and you'll be fine. So yeah, that was it really. I know I kind of skimmed through the actual test portion, but there really isn't a lot to talk about. It's just don't be a moron, and I think you'll be okay. So we spent maybe half an hour or so nervously waiting outside. The general vibe of the day is they just don't want you to fail. They will do the test properly, but they're there to help you get a pass. And yeah, happy to say everybody passed. We all achieved our race licenses. What would happen if you failed? I mean, obviously a reset at some point, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this ever happened for the academy cohorts. So yeah, really rounded out a really good day. The weather was brilliant. Really good to meet everybody. It was a long drive back home, but yeah, it was worth it. I really enjoyed going to Castle Combe for the first time as well, and we are back here in a month or so for the first kind of official academy track time event, which is a track day. It's an academy exclusive track day at Castle Combe towards the end of March. So yeah, looking forward to that. Check in with you all soon.
Hello there. Good early Saturday morning. I just wanted to quickly show this because I collected this on the way back from doing our ARDS test. It's the fully trimmed seat now from Andrew. So the kind of finished article now. I'm just about to pop it into the car. Looks great. I hope you all agree. But yeah, just once again, Andrew at A4 Seats. Absolutely cracking service. Cracking set of skills that lad's got. Looking forward to getting some mileage on the car with his seating now.